Meanwhile, Anthony Davidson is on a charge. Look at this, he's fought his way past Sandro Mara, and that's into third position. So Pantano it is who leads on the number 167 kart ahead of Thomas Pickler. We saw these two dominating the first race for CRG, but Davidson now has come up into third position. So he's now chasing these two leaders. There he is, 1-2-1 in the background as Pantano continues on his way. Now he's waving Pickler through. Pickler on the Dunlops goes through, but he runs a little wide on the exit, and Pantano's able to go back past again. So these two enjoying their own battle. There's Davidson tucking down in third place. Sandro Mara in fourth position. Then Matteo Boscolo in fifth place, and Roberto Toninelli in fifth. In fact, no, Toninelli goes through. He goes past Boscolo. And these highly tuned little engines revving up to 19,000 revs per minute. Incredible strains on the pistons and conrods, or the piston and conrod I should say, in these single cylinder 100cc engines. But look at this battle going on between Pickler and Pantano. Pickler now getting alongside, going past Pantano, and this has all given the chance to Davidson to close right up now in third place. Anthony Davidson, there he is on the Fullerton kart, and now in third place. The 17 years old, the Hemel Hempstead driver, now looking to get past the man that he's been battling with during this season for the European title. Has he got an opportunity to take another win here at Genk? He's already had 3 victories so far this year, and everybody just looking for that fractional advantage. And there it goes down the inside. Davidson late on the brakes, scrabbles round, takes second place, gets past Giorgio Pantano, helps over the curbs a little bit. Now he goes chasing after the other Italian, Thomas Pickler. And Davidson on a charge now. Disappointment from the first race, but he really has got his head down in this second one. So Pickler leads, Davidson second. Pantano in fact dropped to fourth because Sandro Mara has got past him as well. And now Davidson beginning to put Pickler under pressure. Oh, he nearly had the inside line there. Looked it up under braking a little bit. Remember, the left foot on the brake, just braking on the rear wheels, just on the disc on the rear axle, locking up the rear, and he goes through. He gets past Pickler. Good manoeuvre from Davidson on a corner that we've seen a fair few overtaking manoeuvres here. Davidson takes the lead. Pickler back down to second place. Oh, but they've hit each other. Here we see a replay of it. Both of them, they just made a bit of contact. I think Pickler hit the back of Davidson's kart there. Yes, you could see that. And there, just that little bit of contact was enough for the others to go through. And it means that Sandro Mara has now come ahead of the rest. Mara, who's had some good results this year as well. And in the background, watch out for some of the others trying to catch up. Don't forget Davidson still there. Meanwhile, Mara has found a way, both found a way past Toninelli all in one go. Pantano and Mara both getting past Toninelli. This is fantastic Formula A racing. And look at this, because Boscolo's caught up. He's in fourth place, and Davidson in fifth place is also catching up to this group. So we're in for a tremendous climax to the last of the European Formula A races here. Pantano, I think it is with a narrow advantage. Yes, it is. Toninelli's got up to second place once again on the number 189. Sandro Mara looking for that position. Meanwhile, Boscolo, oh, he's made contact with Mara, and Anthony Davidson has got the chance. He's gone up now. He's gone up into third place on the number 121 kart. He takes advantage of those two making contact, but no, he's back to fourth. Is he back to fifth? Well, he's back to fourth because Boscolo goes through. This is good stuff as Giorgio Pantano and Roberto Toninelli try and pull away from the rest of them now. You'd think that they would be able to escape because they're battling away so much behind them. Great racing between these two. But can Davidson now close up the gap? He's got a bit of clear space ahead of him. Tucks down again. Tries to reduce the drag. And there's quite a gap between him and the top two. But we've seen his pace already in the early part of the race. We saw him close up to the leaders. He took the lead. Oh, and look at this mistake there from Pantano. Toninelli goes through. Davidson comes up to second place. All of a sudden it changes again. There was a mistake there from Giorgio Pantano. I don't know whether he got collected, but he's gone past again. Slithers past, and Davidson looks as though he's dropped another 2-3 places. No, he's back past Pantano. Well, you just can't call it. It happened so quickly. side-by-side racing between these guys. Such high level, and they've all stayed on. That's great to see. Even though there's a little bit of nerfing and contact going on, they're all giving each other just enough space to make it through. And it's meant that Toninelli's now leading from Sandro Mara, number 153, in second place. Anthony Davidson now in third position. Closing laps now that we're getting into. Toninelli's being caught once more by Sandro Mara and by Anthony Davidson. And Davidson looks for the inside. Oh, and he's got past Mara. Great move there. Into second place now for Anthony Davidson. Now he's going after Roberto Toninelli. And he's done it already. Straight through on the brakes. He is absolutely fired up now. You can see that this race has got him charging to a fine degree. And Davidson now leads, but can he hold on to the lead? The 17-year-old from Hemel Hempstead is out in front. Let's take another look at how he got past. On the brakes, slipped down the inside. We've seen a couple of moves there, in fact. And over the bumpy surface, right on the apex of it. But Davidson into the lead of the race. And in fact, Sandro Mara has now come up into second place. The closing stages of the race. It looks as though Anthony Davidson is going to be able to take victory. The checker flag flies. Davidson takes his fourth win of the year in Formula A. That means the most wins of anybody in this year's European Championship, but he misses out on the title by just 1 point in the end. Davidson the winner then on the Fullerton. There is Davidson. Disappointment in a way because of missing out on the European Championship, but you have to say he put in a great effort this year, his first year at this